Tuvalu is like, it's my heart. Even though I'm away, far away, go where I go. But still deep in my heart, my island, my country is always there.
This used to be an old village. But it's all gone. It's been washed out. Right here, right?
I'm afraid of what is going to happen to our land. The rise in the sea, the change in the weather. What's going to happen to Tuvalu?
It's nice, but there's some islands. How many islands? 8 or 9?
8.
8. But the main island is...
Actually, the main island is Funafuti.
Funafuti.
Back home, there's a different life, easy life and free life. But in New Zealand, you have to work all the time. If you don't work, you die. But Tuvalu, that's not. You can live without jobs, but you still can live.
Se mawana o te kina tō mga no te beruane, e ngari, pai mea whakatasi. Se si whakamātaku pera tino ne. Ai ta sero te mea se ngalo I tō mga o mea kai, whakate o langa o Tuvalu. It's just freedom, you know, freedom. You can go anywhere you want to Tuvalu. You can sleep anywhere you want to and wake up the next morning, you're still alive, you know? That's the freedom that we miss back home.
Most people don't know where Tuvalu is. And having to show your children where you come from, that's your own identity, isn't it? So I guess that's what's important to me, is having to get them to know where you really come from.
Living in New Zealand, it was like our showers are nice and clean and warm water and stuff, and so we hope that when we get to Tuvalu that the showers will be nice and clean and the toilets as well.
I don't. I hope it's just, I want it to be just like what it used to be before. I want to have a taste of how they live life there. That's the sort of thing I want. I don't want it to be modern. I like it how it used to be back in those days.
Auckland balu ne. Auckland NTC. Ako pala bila ko aku tamala ko tugato di New Zealand. Tala ko kono di New Zealand ko sesine. Au sine ya Tuvalu. When I got to New Zealand in 1982, I decided to look for a job and work hard and try to send money back home to the families to survive. Years goes past. I decided to bring my mom and dad to New Zealand and live with me. The main reason why I go back now, I think, just to take my kids to show them where Tuvalu is and where do we really come from.
Te kese o aso nei taimi tane mai mato na hoisi a mapuli na watia kenga pala penua na via fogi mato no no penua ton ene ye mana ko mato ko lo nei Tuvalu ona ro ko te mete nei a tupu nei tai pana
Kati dele bro te taimi bai ba sai Pepe dato se pure chogola ne. Isilon sine dai pure ne dato. Pepe wakwanga. Me manuia. Tu magjola. Lawala.
Dai mi malo sih.
Mabuk mai penua tato ona puak lado kunin fama lang mai me maluma itlo te tayo tene ko te pakai nya ma to ni o fa na o gilo ko ro ni
You're listening to Radio Tuvalu, 6 minutes away from 12 o'clock. And for today's Newsnet Live, the vessel Funafala made a splendid return trip to Funafuti early this morning, and the multiple students are in full preparation for the flight to the visit. For further details of this news items and others, tune in at 7:10 and 10 tonight.
Se whiawhera me e ngari mua. O whuntina Funafuti roa nei la o. Ko mai tino whenua o te kouke runga nei. A sa te whakatau?
Ena, whia mo ko Funafuti ko whai mo whai te ulu. O te malo Tuvalu. Te la la tino kato Tuvalu, ko mai kato ki rungai I Funafuti nei. Te ngari o te toko ke mai o tino nofo I rungai te laumua. Funafuti.
Yeah, in the car they come. Before not too many cars. Now, motorbike, car, just grow up. This must come the next year, another car. Life come up. The life will always come up.
Very good, eh? Before, the car all the time, eh? Rough, very rough. These are all new houses, eh? House to house like that. People building houses, they got the materials very easy. It's got company here. Bring the materials from outside. People can buy and do things. It's much easier nowadays than before.
Te koko te rei ngari roa, ne? Kai mai
Se tauro mai ne me bea tiko ngani me mai atino o tā pao. Kai. Kai bebe te rafu ne piko a piaki.
Deve fare sempre. Dopo non è?
Mama wala to. Awni ne mau pai. Se mana mama yakin.
Aya se le pai.
Se me pai mga pai la te kaula. Ya lo fa ma pai pai te kai mai ni tino re.
They told me they have seen big changes here on the island. We can't help it because it's always changed throughout the world, not here only. The world also is changing, yeah? But we can't help to do something about it.
15 years ago, you can live without money, eh? That's great. That's a great change from the life we are in now, eh? Everything you want is from the store, eh? There's no more local foods, there's European food, eh?
The process of globalization makes development inevitable. There are outside forces and there are internal forces driving the change. But I see that internal forces are natural. Any culture is never static. But the force from the outside is a lot more powerful.
When I heard the first thing about it, I thought that was the biggest blessing we ever had. Because whoever thought there will be some money in our air, you know.
The major concept is that everyone needs a web identity. And .tv is a very memorable web identity because it means the same thing in every language. So around the whole world, TV is probably the most recognized two-letter symbol in the world.
In 1991, the gentleman who's widely considered to be the father of the internet, John Postel, decided that every country in the world should have their own top-level domain. And so the United Kingdom got .uk, Canada got .ca, Germany got .de for Deutschland, and this tiny little island nation in the South Pacific was blessed with the top-level domain .tv.
What's not on here, this says 50,000. We've sold over 80,000 domain names and generated over $12 million in revenue.
It's now been over a year since the first time that we went, and some of the changes that were very noticeable. The road is being paved. There's actually a restaurant outside of the hotel. That wasn't there on our first trip either.
So I think you're going to start to see capitalism come into play. It's just beginning. And, you know, I've always believed that that's a really good thing. And I think an important thing for Tuvalu is to really show that with hard work you can gain economic, you know, advantages.
I fish every day. What I get, we pay the electricity, telephone, everything from the catch. My kids, I send them to school with the fish money. It's a hard job, very hard job. Okay. Woo! But if I think about those who went to New Zealand, they went there to get more money, look for a new life, a new job, and for what they think they're gonna get plenty out of it. But for us, like here, to work, to earn here in Tuvalu, it's a small earning you get out of your hardship, your work you do it here in Tuvalu.
An elder where I come from was saying how sad that in Tuvalu a brother would sell his fish to his brother. Certainly, today it's no longer, sharing. That's a big change in values.
Tonight is very special to me because it's the first time I'm going to dance in this maniapa, and it means a lot to me because it identifies who I am and where I came from. People are getting ready, and our group is on this side, and on the other side is the people who are living on the island. And so we're going to compete with each other tonight. I wish I could have a few jobs just to keep my nerves
Masaua te whinen te ate. E fuki nei ia koe mea. Te whanopino. A te fuki nei ia koe mea. Ai ka ka ko yo. Ya ake fia na tato. Ya ve lo que ore. E tu na tato ni.
I miss the shampoo.
She's trying to look for Pantene, but they don't have Pantene here. And like it's weird here because sometimes when you go buy like cosmetics and stuff, like like shampoo, if you go buy shampoo, they've only got shampoo, but they don't have conditioner, and so it's like, okay.
Where's the conditioner? The conditioner's the most important thing. We have to have conditioner.
During the day, there's not so much. There's not much entertainment around here. Not much things to do. So what we do is we just walk up and down the road, or go in the bus, or go for a ride on the motorbike. That's basically what you do here, you know. Not much entertainment. Like back home, you go to the movies, or you go to McDonald's, or you know, go to the park. Don't really have that here.
Yeah, when we walk on the streets and stuff, everyone knows. They know that we're not from here.
It's just something
and
they
then
know.
Like, New Zealand kids, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, everyone stares. It's weird.
It's you just know I can feel that I'm like I just don't feel that I belong with them. I don't fit in.
children to keeping on passing the culture of Tuvalu. Not only the making dances, but other cultures. We want to maintain that thing, not to getting lost.
We're not gonna try and blend in. If they can't accept us,
and like sometimes they dress real fobby. Like fobby is like kind of freshy. Like
do you know what freshy is? Fresh fobby, like, FOB is fresh off the boat.
That's what it means. Like FOB, fresh off the boat. It's like kind of when like islanders.
It doesn't have to be islanders.
Or like
but
anyone that doesn't know how to dress or doesn't know how to speak English or whatever. That's what we call
them fobs.
Winding me up, you're turning into pure slaves as you watch me squirming in my jealousy. You're on my track and you guess I'm addicted, but only to you the ones you've infected. Crawling around in my world as I crumble, hurting me down, boy, you make me fumble. You got me coming a little sweet and humble. You're a beast, man of the generation.
Selle, au se fia ki tu palangi me e tonu e lei la tau roa tātou se lei ki tātou ne. Tātou la e siro tua tātou pa ke tu manganu o te awa ne. Io se matao la pa peni mi tātou i konei e moe wa tātou i pare se ni pui. Ako whanako i whenua kona tau whale loka paro i taimi katoa mataloa. Tāko i mataku I tu ala tau ne, tau whenua la se ni tu pena. Au la se ro ne au ki ni stamari ki ati no ne. Ako au ro e poro ki aku tama mo kopuna. E whairo tū mo nganu ta e whai sale ro ne au ki ma pau whaunga ne tamari. Au whai pati whakatu waru ki sempe ne au whai pati whakasa.
Have attention please, all passengers traveling on refugee flight PC602 bound for Tuvalu. You now request to please proceed to departure lounge from
I told my husband I lost interest in my homeland. That's why when Mom wanted to rebuild the house, I said to Mom, forget it. I call myself as a Tuvaluan, you know, in culture, but New Zealand is my home. Yeah.
But 50 years ago, the war was here. I was about 8 years at the time. After that, starting to change, but it's getting more and more worse because we like to live together, always. Now it seems to go apart. The young generation is now.
10 years or 15 years ago, all we do is we earn from our sweat. We don't have education, but now we send our children abroad for better training, better schooling. And now they've been abroad, they bring the Western world culture here, new styles, troubles, Same like you see in the movies, and that's what they are doing it here. the new generation.
Just ran into my ex-bitch, you know the one I gave the necklace, the one that crept with other dudes that got reckless. I bet this is gonna seem a surprise, but I still catch them feelings when I look in her eyes. Baby, even after all of them lies and hard tries, no matter how she did me, man, I still feel obliged to treat her with respect, even though she don't deserve it.
We are affected now. We are affected because the new generation, they don't know nothing about how to judge the Western. That's the problem.
I've been able to write them dining that si vai to fai la cucina no te lo dico algo no se me capita quando io tomo la di spirito Funafala in Funua io cammino con tanto mi fai no se me capita quando io tomo la di spirito Funafala in Funua io cammino con tanto mi fai come una cosa in alto e ora tanto e ora delle mai lo chilometri
we are losing confidence in our values. Right? There's a bit of confusion, and nobody seems to have the answers.
We must be careful. Everybody is now going in the Western. They think they're better. They think they're better. I prefer to live as a Tuvalu.
The men used to go fishing, and then the women get the fish and give them to the children with coconuts and eat them raw. O sea, ella es ley, ¿cuál?
Just I prefer living here quietly. There's too many cars in the village, the cyclone making lots of noises. And it's one of the things I don't like. I want to get to a very quiet place where I can sleep, comfortably. No noise, very quiet. If I spend about a couple of days over there, I feel sick, This is where we're trying to persuade the new generations to go back to the better things like, which our old people used to do.
whenua ki ana whainga mana I ka ngari. Tēnā te mene mana kau ke, te kiro au ki ei. Ai konei se instoa ei. E kai era ki te maalosi ne. Te nala. Kai fua ki me ola se ni me tongki ei. Nei la nei. So e mea tā uelo te ika tēnei te mato whenua tēnei. E mawhai ne koe o kai ki ei me ngari. Koe ka kai ki koe pālo me na poi I e tēnā. Pātoanga tā I e tēnā I te ngari. Te mōmona. Te rala e tātā ke kai. Te o tamo te kai tātā. Pāwara te ngari.
Ia siko koe ka.
Pera mo se fia po.
Mera wo fane mana.
Amber ko se fia po ki te ngari te olanga. Kai mo te olanga lo te whenua tēnei tēnei ro. Ngari na pai.
I can stay here in Funafala all the time of my life because I've been here for many years to stay in this island, small island. After my retirement, yes, I moved to here, this place, and stay here. I can't forget this Tuvalu. This Tuvalu is my home, sweet home in my life.
Ten years I leave my country and stay in Aotearoa. It's a long time, 10 years. Yes, I want to go back and see my own island. This place we swimming now, this all the land before. It's a nice village before and now finished, all gone. I think maybe it got close to 20 houses. They all now finished, no more.
So you see the water, they come and do the job, take my land, say what I can do, nothing.
Oti, wala ka tukuti kita ni.
Saka.
Ako ko ilang auto sa tao pagkalo mo, pagkatataw ko lang.
Mapay kuno patati ko ni kay men. Ako pagkataw lang ako pera me. Ako kono fofu pakalongolong mo siya te pinangalo chino telang telan fai te ne yam me kato telang ni telalo lang. Me kiam tangata me pe. Ito la e ba te matako ma fai fa mo mo tato te tu me siya te fainga. Yo, men no fatro mato que na ngara ta si mato te fenua. Te fenua ni fa na we mato.
Tuvaluan culture is 98% Christian, with a culture that is deeply religious. It's very hard trying to express scientific information. What is happening is man-made. What is happening is due to human activities. What is happening is due to human consumption, production patterns. So it has nothing to do with God.
What is so distressing about Tuvalu is that it is the most concrete example of how Western industrialized society is having an impact on the entire planet. Those people are essentially the victims of the really profligate use of fossil fuels by the industrialized North.
This used to be an old village. People used to just walk from here over to the other islands, about this far, to feed their pigs and come back. But now it seems to be a very big gap. The sand dunes here used to be high and stretched all the way down. So when the tide is out, people just walk right down where the boat is, go further as that. And it's so high up. Look at this. Used to be houses here. I know my grandfather used to have a house.
Yeah, this is your place.
Yeah, this is our land
Your
here.
grandfather's place.
But it's all gone. It's been washed out.
Yeah, right there.
Right here, right? And that's where the people here used to put their pigs, their pigsties.
We are increasing the temperatures of the planet to levels that have not been seen for tens of thousands of years. We're thinning the Arctic ice, we're melting glaciers, and we're causing sea level to rise by heating up the ocean because water expands when you heat it. That's the main reason sea level is rising. It's both the melting of the ice, but mostly because of the expansion from increased temperature.
Usually, at the beginning of the year, I always have a high tide from the east. But this is the mid of the year, and suddenly the wave comes. Cover the whole area, the community of here, and almost enter the church door there.
There's just such strong evidence now that human beings are causing this change, and that it's going to be devastating for the planet. And the most tragic example of that is what's happening in the South Pacific.
To me, I don't care if the wave comes. The Lord knows we are Christian, and He is our protector, and He has ways for us.
We're only 2-3 meters on average above sea level. If sea level rise does not completely submerge Tuvalu, a combination of all the other adverse impacts of global warming that are already occurring and will continue to occur with much more intensity and ferocity will be a disaster for us. Saltwater intrusion, for instance, that will destroy the stable crop of the entire people of Tuvalu.
This is the site. This is a plantation in the past. This area will be all covered by saltwater intrusion. They don't come overland, but they percolate through the soil and then upwells. So all the crops are dead now. This is a sign of the increase in imported goods. That's why we have a lot of waste here. So this is the problem. We increase our import, it creates another issue. But the real impact on, like on marine resources, poisonous leeches from waste will be taken up by the fish, and then the civil society and the people will eat that fish.
We are at the front line of what's being caused by industrialized nations. We should not lose track of the fact that security is not defined simply by terrorism and all these things. It's also defined as probable displacement of people from their homeland.
I've been staying near to the sea for many years. Before the sea doesn't come to the land like this. Now I know what's gonna happen. That's why I can see the difference. It nearly reaches my small house there. But if I think about the older ones, what they have in mind is that's from the Bible. There's no more sea rising. After Noah, there's no more. That's what they believe it now. But for the new generations like us, we believe in what's happening now.
What is so ironic about Tuvalu is the whole issue of money coming from the industrialized North because of the domain name. So we're giving all this money with one hand, and with the other hand, we're taking away land that they've lived on for more than 70 generations, over 1,500 years.
Ito kumafo-follow ko nga kay may fay may rapera isin na ba mga fay lo ito pa ma fay yo ave Tuvalu pane pa ki fenua ka se tawo ko mai te pa te kanga ka ko ora mo nei so na ku se ne ro pa ar ma to ko le ba ne tere pa ma fay lo ito nu de me ne Kai o te mea fua, ma fua ngai alo fua i te mea te mea tēnei e whaine tā ki te kai whanaka. Tā kai se whai whai me alo ki New Zealand. Olo whaki whenua ka e tau ola i a tino ne. Tā kua mātonu e se. Tā ka whai e whana pā e se tino pā e alo whawhaka ngā alu e au ia ko. Ko whana whau pā o ngā alu e mau mūsene.
I was thinking of migrating, I have a family in the Malanga. That's my auntie. And also I have families there in New Zealand, my brothers and sisters. But before I move, I have to get there to get something before I leave. If you have to leave for New Zealand, you have to get some money, quite a lot of money for this. And that's why we struggle to get things up, get some money, and then we start to live. You know, New Zealand, it's better if you go together with your family. Because we are used to this kind of life of working together. Mainly father, mother, and sons, and their daughters. Here in New Zealand, if we go and we stick together, working together, I think we're gonna do the same thing as we do it here. It's better to stay together in one island, in one place, rather than some stay here and some stay there.
Most of my stuff is gone on the container. It's only these few things I can take it by on a boat. We don't know when we're going to see each other on this beautiful island of ours. Ya po, pwede tu punya ngai feito mato di kau lama. Gay manu ya Funafuti, yo na faka moi mo tai mo, partai.
Thank